Hello everyone, welcome back to Colouring with Kate and thank you for joining me today. So finally I'm going to do a sort of a colour chat. You could colour with me, so it's like loosely a colour along as well, you know, or you could just watch this video if hopefully you'll enjoy it. So I've decided, thank you for all the people who actually voted on the poll on the community tab on my channel. That was I think a couple of weeks ago, or maybe even 3 weeks ago, for my colour in March in this book. So this was the winner. I think this was the winner by far, by about 4 or 5%. In fact, I think I wrote it down somewhere in my trusted creative companion. I'm sure I wrote it down. So yes, Circle of Life had 34% votes, Fragile World had 27%, Daydreams 25%, and Luna had 14%. So this was definitely the winner, and being such a gorgeous book, and secretly I did want this to win, I have to admit. So the picture I've chosen is the front page, basically, the front page image, which is this. The koi fish, and the reason why I picked this is because, well, I couldn't decide at first, but then I just thought, I don't know, I thought it would be a good one to do. I wasn't too sure with the rest of them. I really hope this is okay with everyone for colouring this. So yeah, I would love for you to join in with this colour along sort of chat thing. Right, so anyway, so these, I mean, I've changed my ideas a few times, but this is what I've decided. It might take a couple of parts, it might take 2 parts, I think, but we'll see how we go, because I'm definitely like a little bit of a novice when it comes to doing these sort of videos, actually all videos, but anyway. Right, so I thought of doing, just very recently, I had other ideas, but then I had the idea of doing a galaxy background, and I wanted to do I think I want to do a galaxy background all on this edge and also going into the pond, so there'll be a galaxy background in the pond itself as well, because you know me, I just like to do slightly fantastical scenes rather than completely real scenes. But anyway, that's what I've decided, galaxy background, and I chose these colours because way in the past I'd done a galaxy background with Inktense pencils, and this is one, and I wrote the colours down as well because I thought I might want to do the other side in the same sort of background colours, and I really liked how it came out. And I remember I did this with Inktense pencils and had written down the colours, so I thought, why not have these colours as the background here and also in the centre. And this is you know, I think it's pretty much similar paper. In fact, this is a bit thicker, I think, than the Imagimorphia paper. The one in Circle of Life seems to be thicker. So yeah, that is the sort of background that I'm looking to sort of replicate to some extent here for the pond background and the edges. And these are the colours. So we've got ink black 2200, dark purple, should I bring you in a little bit, this might help. Right, okay, so there we go. So we've got ink black 220, dark purple 0750, deep violet 0760, mauve 0740, fuchsia 0700, Lagoon 0810, Peacock Blue, which is 0820, Iris Blue 0900, Green Aquamarine 1220. So those are the Inktense colours that I'm going to use. Now you might decide that you don't want to do, you know, like watercolour background, well, Inktense background, then you know, you could choose similar colours to these if you want and do it in pencil. The reason I've chose this is, like I say, I think it gives quite a good look, and it's also faster than if I did the background in coloured pencils. So let's start. Now I have put these here and these here because the black and the purples here. So if you go ink black, dark purple, deep violet, then I could put in these two colours next to the deep violet, or after the deep violet I can go to Lagoon and do the rest of these colours, because I don't really want to go from that colour to Lagoon because I don't think it'll mix very well. So I'll do this as a blend, and then I'll do ink black, dark purple, deep violet, Lagoon, Peacock Blue, Iris Blue and Green Aquamarine. Anyway, it was ages since I did that picture, so hopefully it will work. So I'm going to start off by, I've got all my pencils sort of in order, and we're too far in here, aren't we? So let's go out a little bit. Let me get positioned correctly and put that side there, right? And we're going to start off with in the pond, but I'm just going to continue this elsewhere. So I'm going to put a piece of paper behind as well, because that's what I do. And then yeah, we can get started, I think. So what I'll do is bring you in a little bit more now that I've positioned it correctly, and I'm going to just put patches of black in places. So that's going to be my sort of starting colour. So yeah, I hope you are all really doing well and enjoying your colouring and whatever else that you're doing as a hobby. It might be diamond painting or art journaling, or hope you're enjoying your downtime. Yep, so we'll have some there, and then maybe a little bit here as well. So these blacks I just put in, a little bit of black put in just randomly in places. I hope I'm not going over the wrong bits here, because that could easily happen. Might have done that a little bit there, but anyway. And then maybe around here where I can see the edge of the fish. Now initially, remember, I was going to say that I was going to do one of the fish in warm colours and the other fish in cool colours. Now because there's so many colours in the background, you've seen that I'm using about, I think I'm using about 9 different colours, 9 different shades of different colours. Well, not 9 different shades, 9 different colours, let's call them, which is quite a lot. And if I do the fish, I thought to myself, if I do the fish in different colours, it's going to be too busy and it'll just, I don't think it'll look too great. So what I thought is that I will do them in roughly the koi colours, both of them the same koi sort of colours, orangey, yellowy, red with some black on them maybe. So that's what I decided would look good with a galaxy background, because beforehand you might have heard me in my previous quick colour and chat video in the Nice Little Town book. I said that I wanted to do complete one fish in warm colours and the other one in cool, but now I've changed my mind because I'm using a galaxy background. So right, so basically I'm going to just show you this part, and I'm going to continue with the background off camera, but put patches of black basically in places. Now the patches of black will continue out here as well. So for example, I'm going to put some up here, sort of applying medium pressure here, so medium-ish pressure, and maybe a little bit on this corner. So I'm quite rough when it comes to, you don't have to be particularly careful. That's why I like using watercolour as well, because when you activate it with the water or dissolve it with the water, sort of, it's alright. Let's see, maybe down here. So you put patches pretty much anywhere that you possibly want to put patches of black, just randomly. So I'm not going to do it for the whole picture. I'm going to continue that, and then I'll just show you what the next bit is that I'm going to do. So now that I've put my ink black there, I am going to use my I'm going to use the blue shade. So I'm going to go, actually not the blue shade, sorry about that, gosh, I'm going to go for my dark purple, right? So I'm going to go with the dark purple, which is the next colour, and I'm going to do that, I think, here. So then I just pop that in like so, just next to the black. Maybe coming out here a little bit as well. Alright, and then this one as well will do that. Hope I'm still on camera. You know what I'm like. Yeah, so here as well. Could have done this in Neo Colour 2s, but I just, because there's a lot of detail around, you know, so this is partly my process where I think about what medium I'm going to use. I could have done this in Neo Colour, but the crayon is not going to give me sort of more as precision as this, and I could put it on the palette and then do it, but I just decided that I'd rather do Inktense. And I'm probably going to put something sparkly on top of this as well, so for if I'm going to do that, if I'm going to put something sparkly on top, then if I use Inktense, it's not going to move if I put anything else on top of it, because it's supposed to, you know, not be reactivated, not be able to be reactivated. So there, and then just this bit here we'll do as a purple. So I'm not going to show you the whole thing, otherwise we'll be here forever and a day. So that's the second colour that I've put on, just working it from the black, which is the dark purple. Next purple we're going on to is the deep violet. So what I'm going to do is come here and add that colour. Purple colour, I mean, that's one of my favourite colours. In fact, I really like all colours, to be honest. They are, right, that's why we love colouring, don't we? Because we love colours. Just love adding colours everywhere. So yep, that's that. I'm going to leave these two bits where the dark, actually I'm going to continue that, because this is going to form the base of it. Right there. So you can see I'm quite, you know, I'm not very precise with how I'm doing it. I'm just laying it down, which is great. But I've got to be careful that I don't go into the objects, because it's really hard to erase Inktense, I've noticed, once you go into, you know, once you go into a place. So yeah, the black. Where else did I put my dark purple? Over here. So I really don't know how this is going to turn out. Hopefully it will turn out nice. Just move that up a bit, and then now just this bit here as well. So I'm currently applying the deep violet just next to the dark purple. Yeah, there's quite a lot of, you know, bits in here, so as in, you know, fine bits. So pencil is easier to get in there. Of course you could use other watercolour pencils, not Inktense, if that's what you wanted to do. That would not be a problem. Right, so finished adding the deep violet. Now I could go with the, I'm going to show you how I'm going to now put mauve and fuchsia next to it. So let's choose some of them, and let's choose that one for a start, and we're going to go into mauve. We just extend that there. And then also maybe here, let me see, am I on camera? Yeah, I am. Coming up near these sort of leaf plant-like, I don't know what they are, but some sort of pond plants. Don't know their specific name. So yep, mauve up to there. Probably leave that, and maybe this bit here as well. We're going to work that in. And I've got a bit of black there, right, with a bit of mauve there. So what I'm going to do is go back to my deep violet and sort of put that there, and even here on these edges, because I want it to make sure that the colours will blend. And then my, what was it, dark purple, put that there, and then I can sort of put in the mauve here, which is fine. That'll work in terms of colours next to each other. Right, so that's that. Next colour, so just checking that I've got my order correct. Just make sure I put my colours back. So that's the mauve, and now the fuchsia. So the fuchsia I'm going to just put next to where I added the mauve. So this bit here, because fuchsia is quite a bright pink colour, and it will stick out a lot. So I'm just going to place it next to the mauve like that. And then here was the other place where I put the mauve. Like that. And maybe a little bit here as well. Around this lily, I think it is. Water lily. Okay, there we go. Now, the other thing that I'm going to do now, so that's just this blend here that you've got. It's working straight from the black, dark purple, deep violet, mauve and fuchsia. So now wherever I left my deep violet that you can see here, for example, and where else, here, up here for example, I'm now going to add the bluish colours. So I'm going to go with Lagoon, Peacock Blue, Iris Blue and Green Aquamarine. So let's go with Lagoon over the top. Well, not over the top, but you know, next to it. And then, oh yes, here as well. Let's see. So yeah, this is all randomly placed. So basically yours will look, you know, everybody's, if you follow this, everybody's will look different, because you're going to randomly put where your black is, and then where you're going to put the purple going into the mauve and pink shades, and where you decide to put the blue shades working from the purple shades as well. So So that's quite nice, that even though you're doing, you might follow along with this, you know, your picture won't look exactly the same and it'll be unique. Okay, so there we go. Now once we have got this, you can see here that what can we do here to sort of make the two colours. Actually, I'm not on that stage, am I yet? Do you know, I'm actually rushing myself, aren't I often do that. Right, my next colour, sorry, after the Lagoon, there is Peacock. Is it Peacock Blue? Yes. I need to pick the right colour. There we go. So Peacock Blue. So again, we are just going to add this to some parts. Now I don't want to make it too, because I'm just going to add it to some bits. I'm not going to go all the way around here. I'm just going to add it to just this top bit here. And then also here, Peacock Blue as well. I hope this does look like a galaxy. If it doesn't, I'm sure it'll still look nice. As long as you're having fun during the process, I think that's important. And if you get a good result, which usually quite fortunate that does happen, where I do like what I've coloured, so that's not too bad. So that's our Peacock Blue. Next on the list is Iris Blue, to go next to the Peacock Blue. So again here, if I just pull this up, so I'm just moving my book because I don't want to keep going in and out with the camera, so otherwise it might not be so great. Right, so again here, so a bit of Peacock Blue, and here as well. Sure, I'm on camera. There we go. So it looks like a bit of a mess at the moment, doesn't it? But hopefully it will sort itself out. And then after Peacock Blue, our last colour, going back to this, is Green Aquamarine. So I'm just going to pop that here, certain places. Again, can you see that I'm not going over the whole part? I'm just going to go some edges there and leave the rest, because it's quite a wide area, and then I'll sort of try to explain what I'm going to do next. A little bit there. Right, so okay, so I've done some blends to show you that, just take you out so you can have a look at it. Right, so I've shown you some blends that I've done, two sort of blends that I've shown you, which is the purples going into the pinks and the purple going into the green aquamarine, but both of them starting with the black and the purple. So now what would I do here, for example, is I would just get my black, just going to sharpen it a little bit, and place my black in there again. So again, get you in there so you can have a look. So for example, what I might do is start again with a black here next to the pink, and then work from, let's have a look, just like that. So yeah, I could just fill that in with black in the background, because I don't want it to look too like I don't want it to look too overwhelmed with colours. So I'll just, you could fill this in with black there, and then what you could do, and it depends how much you want to, you know, how much colour you want to add to your background, as in, you know, apart from black. And if you want it to be Gosh, I am rambling now. So yes, let me start again. Basically, if you've got these two colours and they're not meeting, you can have black between them like this, and it will look quite nice. Just put the colours that fit next to each other well. So for example here, I might start putting my purples again, and I might make it blue, or I might just leave black to purple there. So as long as you're putting colours that will go next to each other, it will be fine, pretty much. You know, your blue won't go next to the pink, so as long as you keep to those sort of rules. Now here, just to show you what I'm going to do around here, is I'm going to go add my black here, and I've got a few Inktense blocks as well, so what I might do, because it's such a big area, well no, it's not that big area around the edges, but if you've got Inktense blocks as well, you could actually use those if you know that's what you wanted to do. It's a big possibility. So yeah, I'm just going to go over that. So I'm going to have patches of colour basically, hopefully, which will make it look a bit, you know, make it look a bit like a galaxy. So I'm going to go back to my dark purple, and I'm just going to add that here to fill that bit in, like so. What's after my dark purple? Deep violet. There we go, and just pop that in there. And then I've got another mix here with the colours, and again what I will do, if I can find my black, there it is, ink black again. So what I might do is just again fill that bit here. I mean, I could have made them join together because they're the same colour, but I think I need a little bit more black to make it look more like a galaxy, because the major colour there will be black. So I think adding a bit more black and just having bursts of colour here and there will be good. So now back to my dark purple, I think it is. I'm going to add a bit of that here. So my top three colours, you can, the black and the purple, that could make up the most of the background. I hope I'm like making sense here, because I don't feel like I am, to be honest. I feel like I'm making a bit of a hash of it, but there you go. I'm doing my best. Hopefully I'll get better with time. But yeah, this is like how I usually colour anyway. I don't, it goes right, it goes right. If it doesn't, well, it doesn't. Deep violet, we're going to have another flash of colour here, deep violet, so we're going to go with mauve now, just for this bit. That's right, and maybe a bit of, I've got black up here, can you see, and then what I'll do is I'll put my dark purple. You can also shake it up a bit by putting, for example, a few, like here I've got dark purple. Actually, there's no other place to put that in, so I'm just going to leave it there. Gosh, there we go. Right, and I've got a bit of space here as well. So what we'll do is we'll put the dark purple there, and again a little bit of deep violet. How much you put of each colour is completely up to you, and that's what gives it, you know, another unique look compared to, say, someone else doing it and using the same colours. So I'm going to put in some blue again in here, because I've sort of not, I'm going to go back to Lagoon. Alright, I don't want this video to be too long as well. So we've got Lagoon, followed by Peacock Blue. and then after Peacock Blue, Iris Blue and Green Aquamarine. The Iris Blue is just a beautiful colour, as you can see. Should have brought you in a little bit, but I will do when I start activating it. I will try to remember to bring you in a little bit, and put a bit of Green Aquamarine up here as well in this gap. Then we'll make that black. Okay, so I'm going to take you out a little bit so you can see what it's looking like so far, right? Now what I'll do is I'm going to, off camera, complete all of this in the same way that I've shown you that I've completed, you know, the actual pond bit. I might have to go over parts of it, but we'll see. But I'm going to complete the rest of it in the same way that I've shown you, and then I'm going to activate it. So see you in a bit. Okay, so I'm back. So I've sort of like completed the background, as you can see, and I don't know what that was that fell, but anyway, I've done a similar thing to what I showed you in the last segment. And before I forget, I think that this colour combination that I got, I vaguely remember getting it from a video of Colour with Claire. I think it's quite an old video. I can't remember which book she was showing it in, but I think she was doing a galaxy background, and it was these colours. Because I did it such a long time ago, I've forgotten. But yeah, I thought I'd better credit that when I remembered. So yeah, a lovely combination that she came up with. So thank you, Claire. So if you look here, I have done the background with, I did actually use some Inktense blocks. Now I don't have the full set of these. I have this set here, which is Inktense blocks, the 12 set, and then I bought a few open stock. These are the ones from I think it was Cult Pens. So I haven't got them all, so where I could, I sort of used them with the colours that I have. So now is the scary part, which is to actually start activating. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to activate some. I mean, it looks very messy and terrible at the moment, so let's hope that it does turn out nice. I'm just going to bring you in a little bit and then do a little bit of activating on camera. Obviously not all of it, because you'll just get bored looking at the same thing. And then yeah, I'll do the rest off camera. So I'm going to start off with the black, and I've got a little bit of tissue here to sort of wipe my brush where necessary, where I don't want colours to mix too much, or I want to just get rid of excess water. So remember, this is not a pre-prepared page, this is just directly onto the paper, because I'm not intending to use Inktense for the whole picture. I hope you can see that, what I'm doing now. Maybe shall I bring you in a little bit more? Just for this little part that I'm doing here. So yeah, this is, what was I saying? Yeah, so I didn't pre-prepare this page because I wasn't going to use watercolour for the whole thing, and I thought just for this bit, I think it should be okay, the paper. So yeah, the fish, you see, I want to do in Prismacolors, and I chose Prismacolor because I know that many of you actually have those pencils, so I thought that might be a good idea. So there we go. And while we're here, I'm just going to say thanks a lot to everybody who's been watching my video. Thanks so much for watching my videos, liking, subscribing, just commenting. So nice to read your comments. Honestly, it's really, really nice, and I do appreciate every single one of them. And you will all get a reply. You know, I just make sure that I reply to every single one, because I believe that if you took the time to write the comment, then, you know, it's only right that I reply back. So yeah, you can see that it's activating quite nicely. I'm using an Arteza water brush. I really do like the Arteza fine water brush. It's just really nice. I have got a zig one, which I'll show you now. In fact, I should show you now, because you know me, I'll forget. So I've got this zig one as well, which is the fine tip one. I do like that one as well. So just a few, well, not tips, but I guess they are tips, but just be careful with how much water that you add. If you do feel like too much water's coming out, then that's why just have your tissue handy to sort of blot off the excess. And don't stay on one part of the page too long, because the water will just seep through. So keep like moving your brush. I went over its eye then. Oh well, there, just use my thumb to move that off, and I can always go over the eye again in a black picked pen, I think. So yeah, it's very therapeutic, I've got to say. You know, watercolouring, it's very, very therapeutic. I really like it. So I don't know if this is going to turn out and look like a galaxy. I hope it does. But no matter what it comes out with, I hope it's nice, because as long as it's nice, it'll be alright. Now I'm approaching this black bit here, so I'm just going to sort of mix it like that, because we're going from black to pink, and I'm just going to blot off the excess there. And then sort of blend this bit in a little bit. And not go into the pink too much. There's a little bit of shading there, but I don't want to muddy it too much. So I'm sort of dabbing off the excess here. There we go. I think that's okay. See, just keep checking that I'm on camera, because there's nothing worse than me colouring away and then being off camera. So yeah, it's very nice that spring is coming up. Warmer weather, and just gives you, like, makes you happy, doesn't it, when you see the sun shining outside. Good for your mental health. So yeah, I'm just going to continue with this like that, and do everything else like this, and then I'm going to come back and do the fish. Once I've done this. So yeah, I don't want to bore you too much. So basically, let's just come out a bit to show you. So I've just activated this bit here. I think it looks alright. We'll see when I actually finish it, but I think it looks okay so far. It could be better, but let me finish the rest of it with the adding the water, then I'll come back and then we'll look at the fish. Okay, so see you in a bit. So I've done the activating of the Inktense, and I think it's okay. I mean, it might, to some, you might think it looks quite patchy, but I think it looks alright. And also, because I'm going to put glitter, some sort of glitter on top, or we're going to do something with it. So for example, you might put stars with a white gel pen, or a silver gel pen, or a white Posca. you know, it will look better when when we've put something over it, because I am going to put something over the background, so it'll be either some sort of Galaxy Decor Art glitter, or Cosmic Shimmer Paste, or even Stickles Glitter Gel. But I wanted to show you basically the finished bit. I hope you think it looks okay. I mean, this is how I usually like do my pictures anyway, and they might not always come out great, but I like experimenting. So I thought I would leave it here actually for part 1. I was thinking of carrying on and doing the pencil part for the fish, but I might do that in part 2. So in part 2 I hope to colour the fish, so I think I'm going to use Prismacolors. So I'll do one fish and then do the other fish off camera, so the video's not too long. And then I'm thinking metallic paint, possibly green metallic paint for these sort of plant-like things that are coming off, different shades of metallic green. And then these can be in pencil, the lily pads, and then the flower as well could be in pencil. Maybe with some gel pen highlights. I don't know, I haven't thought that far ahead really. So yes, that's hopefully what will be part 2, which will hopefully be the final part as well. So thank you so much if you stuck to the end, and thanks for watching, and take care, and see you in part 2. Bye.